Okay, this month we're looking at creative empowerment, and for this week we're looking at holding space and silence. So holding space is really an honor and a privilege to be comfortable with that space of quiet, stillness, of not needing to fill the space with speaking, with noise, with solving, with asking questions, but just being, holding that sacred space. When we get comfortable with the pauses and the periods of silence, making room for those we love to express their thoughts and feelings, we're demonstrating our love and unconditional support. Likewise, when others hold space and silence for us, we can feel comforted by the knowledge that we are building emotional connections. That as we hold space for one another, it's literally like we're holding one another. Like I've got you is the sort of the feeling of this. And this skill can be so empowering for ourselves as well as for others. And the learning we receive on so many levels can be incredibly valuable. So for our practice this evening, we're going to move into our heart-focused breathing. And because I think of when we're holding space for one another, we really are connected to our heart. It's a way of being present in an empathic way of like, oh, I'm hearing you. I'm not formulating an answer in my head. I'm not formulating a question in my head. I'm not trying to fix, but I'm just holding that space. So we're going to start with heart-focused breathing and then move toward that rectangle breathing that we did last week, which is that 5, 3, 5, 3. And those threes are the pauses, the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And so it's, as we get, I always think of these things as like metaphorical, as we get comfortable with those pauses, those spaces, even in our own little micro experience of our own breath, it can help teach us how to be comfortable in those spaces in conversations where there's silence, where we tend, myself included, we tend to want to jump in and fix or solve or have a response. And it's like, we all have our own answers within us. And very often we don't need somebody to tell us how to fix it. We just need this time and the space to be heard so that we can solve our own situations. And so when we hold space for others, we empower them to find their solutions as well. So the microcosm of that is going to be this breathing practice that we'll do this evening and getting comfortable with those pauses. So I invite you just to bring that into your experience this evening of just getting comfortable with that pause, that space for silence and stillness. So I invite you to start by just getting comfortable, find a comfortable seated position. And as you feel ready, just letting the eyes softly close and begin to tune into your breath. And I'll put a little music on to support our practice. And I just have to do that with the share screen. Got some sound. Is that coming through? Sound coming through? There we go. So, as we move into our heart-focused breathing, start to tune into the ground. At least initially here, just feel the rhythm of the breath. Just notice how you are today as you're breathing. Eyes softly closed. Let yourself just feel where you are in this space that you're in, grounded. Feeling that space above you. I like to think of above and below. That's how we connect in, and then bringing the awareness into the heart space. As we tune into that heart, if it's helpful, you might bring one hand and then the other to the heart. Or you might just think about that heart space. But inviting a feeling of the flow of the breath as if it could flow to the heart on the in-breath, from the heart and out. Focused breathing. Practice with the heart mat. Study tremendously. Breathing technique that helps to settle awareness. And cultivating or bringing in this heart-focused breathing, that quality of gratitude, fear, appreciation, joy. And you might notice as you breathe, bringing in those emotions, intending to cultivate those emotions. You might feel a little energy around that heart space. So continuing with that heart-focused breathing, by cultivating the experience of gratitude around your heart space. Just breathing in, feeling the flow of energy to the heart, breathing out, flowing from the heart, and feeling this energy around the heart. If you bring to mind something that might be thinking about something that you're grateful for, something that brings you joy. But then it's tuning into the feeling sensation of that as well. Aware of the in-breath, aware of the out-breath, aware of this experience of gratitude, joy, appreciation, care. And start to become aware of the count of your in-breath. You can continue with the heart-focused breathing, or you can let go of the heart-focused breathing. Do what works for you. This is your practice. We'll start to count 3, 4, 5, and then feel that little pause at the end of the in-breath. And then an out-breath to match the in-breath, 3, 4, or 5. And then feel a pause at the end of the out-breath. And then continue. And so I'll guide you through a few rounds of the 5, 3, 5, 3 breathing, but you choose the count that feels right for you. So it's breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 2, 3, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 2, 3. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, 4, And then continue at your own pace, because my counting might be different than the flow that you experience. But finding your own rhythm and then making that rhythm just as ease-filled as possible. With gentle pause, it's not a holding or a clenching breath. Breathing in, receiving, pausing in that space and silence. Breathing out, fortifying the container of that space. You're holding the breath out, feeling the emptiness of the vessel that is you, willing to receive with no agenda. Feeling yourself lingering in the pauses. Sometimes those pauses can feel uncomfortable at the beginning. But with practice, they can feel spacious. Just notice if you enjoy holding the breath in or holding the breath out. Feeling into the fullness versus feeling into the emptiness. Not making full or empty good or bad. And then I'll share our affirmation. So allowing your breath to just come back to a natural rhythm. And staying in that meditative space, if you like, as I share our affirmations for this evening. I'm growing increasingly comfortable with the pregnant pause. The space of silence that allows the possibility of what's present to be expressed. I am the authority on my life and my life only. Holding space is my sacred honor. So now we're going to do a fun little exercise. And this is called energy globes. And so I invite you to just bring the hands together. Make a little friction with the hands. Just feel some, until you literally feel some heat, some energy between your hands. You might rub faster or slower. Just notice. And then start to let the hands come to stillness and feel the space between your hands. And you might feel a little energy. And you can start to play with that energy. Maybe start to pull the hands a little further away and together. If it's helpful, you could close the eyes. And so you could make this like start to play with it so it's like a big globe, a big ball. Yeah, if you need to re-up the energy, rub the hands together again. Good. And then start to imagine as if you could just take that globe and make 2 globes. 2 globes. Good. And then start to move the hands up. In breath. And out breath. Lowering back down. And then try the other hand. In breath. Still feeling those globes. If you start to lose that feeling of the globes, you can rub the hands together again. So just not dropping that globe. It's helpful you could close the eyes or keep the eyes open. Slowly and mindfully moving, feeling that energy in your hands. And then the next time the hands come back together, bring those globes back into one globe. And if it's helpful, again, you could create a little friction to feel that energy again, or if you still feel it there, feeling that globe, energy between your hands. And then you could whisper into that globe a wish, something that you want. So we're going to use this energy and send it out or send it in. So a wish you might send out, or a wish for healing. There's some part in your body that could use a little extra TLC tonight. You could bring that energy into you and just place it wherever it needs to go. Your head or your neck, or it could be a wish that you send out. Just having that intention and bringing that energy right in, wherever it needs to go. Good. And just noticing how you feel there. So we're going to do a little joint mobilization for the upper body. So we'll start by just circling the body around, finding your feet flat on the floor first, and then maybe coming toward the front edge of your chair, and let yourself circle around. And then circle around in the opposite direction. Noticing where there's tight places. Okay, I think my speaker's not working. All right, so I'm going to stay close to the computer and we'll do this from here. So after you're finished circling, we're just going to use the hands and bring the hands out in front of you and just circle the wrists. So just nice circles for the wrists. Okay. So yeah, circling the wrists. Opening and closing. So big opening, spreading the fingers wide, 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 wide. Stretch, stretch, stretch those fingers out. They're always keyboarding like this, aren't they? Stretch those fingers out wide, thumbs away from the pinky fingers, and then curl the fingers in into another circle. Good. So let's bring the arms out to the side, and then we'll start to rotate the arms. Rotate the arms. That full rotation in the shoulders. And again, find those edges of stretch. Open the fingers. Make a fist. It's up to you. It's warming up the joints. Good. And then let's bring the elbows together and in front of us, and then just lower the arms, and then lift the elbow, lift the hands, straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. One more time. And then let's bring the hands to the shoulders. Let the elbows go wide, and we'll circle here. And then with the elbows wide, lift the elbows toward the sky. And it might be helpful to bring the hands down the back. Good, and then lower shoulder height, and then lift. Good, so notice, I always want to bring my head forward here. Bring your head back, especially as you lift the arms up. And so it's like bringing the head just slightly into the back plane of the body. So the head's not drawing forward. Awesome. Good. And then releasing. There we go. And then let's just bring the hands together behind the back, interlacing the fingers behind your back. And then let the head move a little side to side here. As you draw the fingers down. And then coming back to neutral and releasing. Just let the arms shake out. Great. And then let's bring the hands to the back of the head, interlacing the fingers, placing them on the back of the head. Again, elbows wide, lengthening the back of the spine. The back of the cervical spine, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, elbows reaching wide. Steady, deep breaths. And you might even experiment here with that 5-3-5-3 breathing. And as that feels complete, releasing the hands. Good. And then we'll do, last thing is the ear massage. So we're going to start, find the main opening to the ear, and then go just above it. There's a crease and folds just above it. And you can just slide the finger in there. And then it's like you're going to bring your finger to meet that surface, and then just kind of slide the skin around. Sliding the skin. So it's not like you're sliding the finger in that channel as much as you are sliding the skin on that channel. So the ears have lots of acupressure points. And so when we work with the ears, it supports the whole body. And then from there, you can slide up to the top of the ear. And then we'll unfold the outer edges of the ears. You can start the outer edge of the top of the ear, and then find your way around the back. Just exploring. I like to bring the thumb to the back and the index finger to the front. And you can give a little tug or a pull if that feels good. Going all the way down, Slowly to the earlobe. So just be aware if you have earrings in the way. And just give a little massage there. There's all these acupressure points. A lot of times in acupuncture, they work with the ears. And so you can give a little tug then all the way back up. And even drawing upward. And slide all the way back down. Good, as that feels complete, just pause and start to notice, go inward. Feel the difference between the right ear and the left ear. So we work with the ears when we hold that space for someone else because it's so much about listening, isn't it? So we're waking up our ears to practice that listening. So again, so we'll come to the opposite ear. Use your finger and that little ridge, just above that little ridge that is above, opening for the ear canal. And we're just sliding the skin over the cartilage here. Just noticing how it feels. It could be comforting. Breathing. And then we're going to slide up to the top of the ear and use the index finger and thumb to explore how you'd like to experiment with massaging the outer edges of the ear. It's like you could unfold the outer edges of the ear. Give them a little massage. And then working your way all the way down to the earlobe. A little massage there. And as you work your way back up, give a little tug. Unfolding and a little tug. And sliding all the way back down. And then pausing once again to notice, to feel into the subtle sensations around the ears. You might even feel sensations around the face. I often think about how we have two ears, right, and one mouth, right? Twice as much listening as talking. But also the two ears make a shape of a heart. And that one of the most heart-centered things we can do is to listen from our heart. Good. So, going slowly supports us in discovering when our listening ear is needed to hold the space for others. Rushing about is much harder to notice what's present and what's right in front of us. And so last week we looked at rain, and that can be applied here too. Creating opportunities to pause and breathe, to recognize, allow, investigate, and nourish, and the holding of space for others as we do that for ourselves. Last week, we shared a story about giving ourselves the space to practice rain once we recognize that we get triggered. So, awesome. Now we're going to move on to our rest time. So we'll do a full yoga nidra this evening. So take a few moments to get yourself situated, set up well with whatever comforts you'd enjoy, and supports it's worthwhile to let yourself take the time to luxuriate in comfort. So get a nice long yoga nidra for you. Yes. Maybe a little padding underneath you, maybe not a cover today, at least not where I am. But if you're in air conditioning, maybe a blanket over you or even something over the eyes. Great. So, and then as you set up, again, tuning into the breath, inviting in that feeling of relaxation and ease into the body. And become aware of sounds around you. Sounds in the room that you're in. Sounds that are outside the room that you're in. You might even hear sounds from the room that I'm in. And the sound of my voice. And again, tuning into the sound of your breath and the flow of your breath. Becoming aware of your natural and spontaneous flow of the breath. As it moves in and out of the body. Noticing breath moving over the nostrils. Warmed as that breath moves out, and maybe slightly cool as the breath moves in. More subtler to notice that when it's warm outside. And if it's supportive for you, taking like 2 or 3 nice deep in breaths and a long, slow out breath. So even exaggerating, breathing in more than you think you can. And exhaling even more than you think you can. As we empty, 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 we create space in the vessel to receive a fuller, deeper in-breath. And then returning to a nice, natural, easy breath without any control over the in-breath or out-breath. And inviting the body to move into a deeper state of relaxation. And then setting your intention. So we said some intentions at the beginning, or affirmations at the beginning. You could adopt one of those. Or you might just set an intention to enjoy the space of a pause, stillness, or to create more space for stillness in your life. Or whatever feels important for you right now. So we'll begin a systematic journey of sensory awareness through the body, moving your awareness to different body parts as soon as you hear them named. You may silently say the name of that body part to yourself without moving it. But you might also imagine as if, like, when you walk into a room and a light gets turned on, that in this space, as I name that body part, you just might imagine a little light or bright going on in that space. So bringing your awareness now to the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe on the right foot. Now bringing your awareness to the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, left ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left heel, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the pinky toe on the left foot. Now taking the awareness to the back body, right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, pelvic floor, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole face, the whole head, the whole torso, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Now we're going to experience opposites and sensations. Imagine the whole body becoming light, light as a feather, light, light, light as can be. You might even imagine that you're just slightly lifting off the floor. You're so light. And then imagine heavy, heavy, sinking into the floor, the surface that you're on. Feel the whole body heavy. Heaviness in all the parts of the body. Each becoming heavier and heavier, denser, sinking down into the surface that you're on. Now, imagine the sensation of cold, like being outside in the winter without a coat. Chilly, chilly cold. Feel that cold in your whole body. Cold, cold, cold. Feeling this chill permeate your body. Now allow the sensation of warmth. Allow this warmth to spread throughout the entire body. Not hard to imagine the heat in summer. No shade. Feeling that heat radiate on your skin and all around your body. Now recollect the experience of anxiety, intense anxiety and worry. Feel the stress in your mind and body, but do not concentrate on its source. Create just the experience of anxiety as clearly as possible. We won't stay here. Now, allow the feeling of complete calm. Allow this feeling of calm to envelop you. Manifest the experience of calm in your entire mind and body and emotions. You are relaxed and aware. You are completely calm. Now we're going to imagine, using our imagination and visualization, I'm going to name off a number of things and envision them on the level of emotion, memory, and imagination as best as you can. A red rose, a peacock, a person meditating, arising after a good night's rest, making an appointment, dew on a blade of grass, a sailboat on the water, a relaxing afternoon, laughter with friends, a warm embrace, a burning candle, a mountain, a path in the woods, a vibrant sunset, taking a deep breath, a cat stretching, a beautiful garden path, the sound of my voice, your body lying on the floor. Now I invite you just to take the remainder of this time to just be and be in the silence and space, to hold this space for you, allowing yourself to just be still. it's time to come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain your awareness of breath, and at the same time develop your awareness of your physical body. Your body's relaxed and lying on the floor. Feel the container of your skin and the clothes and the props that are touching you. Notice the heaviness in your body as it rests on the floor. And take your awareness into all the points that are touching the floor. The back of your heels, the back of your thighs, buttocks, shoulder blades, arms, hands, and head. Not yet opening your eyes, but visualizing the surrounding room that you're in. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. And as you feel the impulse to move, start by slowly moving your hands and feet and taking your time. There's no hurry. When you're sure that you're fully awake, gently opening your eyes and rolling to your side. And you might even stay on your side for a moment or two before you come all the way back. Up to seated. And as you're ready, finding your way back to seated. Good. Welcome back. Hopefully you've got a nice little rest and some space for stillness and quiet. So if just recently I was going to share a little story. So if you want to, we want to wrap up the recording too.